to the UEFA, Europa, as well as Conference Leagues. You already know things are happening big time right here on this dial. We'll be bringing it all to you, so just get ready, get set, and feel the vibe right here on 993 Nigeria Info. We have so much to talk about, starting with, of course, the qualifiers for the Women's African Cup of Nations. Tomorrow, Nigeria will take on Cote d'Ivoire, talking about the Super Falcons, and we are ready and looking forward to that particular fixture. Don't forget, it promises to be litty, but again, you look at the fact that we've not really in recent times had a good record against Cote d'Ivoire. So are there any reasons to get worried? We'll look at that. And also, Lionel Messi has come under criticism, but one man believes that French football surely are taking it a step too far, and I'm talking about his countryman Sergio Kun Aguero. Well, in the Champions League last night, you do recall that Liverpool secured a 2-0 win over Inter Milan with Roberto Firmino and the man called Mo Salah getting the goals, while for Bayern Munich, they had Kingsley Coman to thank after he spared their blushes with a late equalizer in that 1-0 draw against Red Bull Salzburg. But right now we're talking about the UEFA Europa League, and guess what? Games are going down plenty. Yes, talking about right there in Europe's second tier competition. 22 minutes gone. Barcelona no goal, and of course Napoli no goal. That headlines the knockout phase of the UEFA Europa League, and I can tell you that for one man, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, he headlines the attack right there for Barcelona. He starts tonight in a game that has seen 22 minutes of action, and it's a goalless situation. Victor Osimhen, our Nigerian brother, is also in the starting lineup for Napoli right there under Luciano Spalletti. We'll talk about that and other games going down. Already, Zenit St. Petersburg are trailing 0-2 against Real Betis. Rodriguez and Willian Jose, the goal scorers so far in a game that has seen 23 minutes of action. And that is surely what is going down right there in the UEFA Europa League. Welcome one and all. Overdose right here. Okoreji Chidozie Jeff to be my name. And yes, I have this man. It's been a while. I had just him on the broadcast. Take away back in the days where we were on your airwaves on the Mondays. Yes, talking about Sports Drive. He used to be here while I used to be there, but now he's there and I'm here. But we're still in the same studio. Chuma, how you doing, bro? What's up? What's going on?
Man. Listening to you say that for 1 second, I felt I had been guilty of some misdemeanors in the past. So you're going to say something like, but now I'm here and he's there. So if he talks too much, I'll cut him the way he does to me or something like that.
No. You never used to cut me. Although I'm not too sure whether I will cut you or not, Chuma. It depends on my mood. You know, I can cut you.
The only thing I want us to cut right now is to cut a tip to have access to our gifts. Good to see you, Overdose.
Good to see you too. How you doing? You're looking good, Chuma. I saw you this morning. Even when you were talking to, the guy that just wanted to service your car, you were still fresh. You were still looking fresh. At 7 a.m. this morning, Chuma, what's going on?
I cannot be here and the guy is here washing me. I cannot take it.
I can't wash you.
I cannot take
because I don't have any detergent.
I cannot. I cannot take this. Come on, man. But yeah, you already told him. Just when you were talking about him, we're seeing highlights of a chance he had for Napoli to score the opening goal against Barcelona. And he brought out a good save from the Spanish goalkeepers, the Spanish team's goalkeeper, to ensure that the scoreline still remains 0-0. Yeah,
the Spanish team, talking about Barcelona, have the usual man between the sticks. And I'm talking about Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He is a man who has been tested by, of course, the Napoleon front line, a team from Naples. And they are looking good to see whether they can cause upsets. But Barcelona would have to embrace their newfound reality. They are now playing in the lower trenches of European club football. Once upon a time, they used to play in the Europa League, but then again, for the first time in 18 years, they are back there and looking to see what they can make out of it. But our attention has to start from home, Chuma, and it has to do with the Super Falcons of Nigeria. The chief coach of the side, Randy Waldrum, has stated that his team are aware of Cote d'Ivoire's strengths as they are prepared to do the needful when they meet in tomorrow's game at the Abuja Stadium, the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja, and that's for the 2022 Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. Now, the senior women's national team have been preparing for the game, and Waldron believes that they have done enough. But again, when you look at it, the Super Falcons seeking a 12th consecutive appearance at the WAFCON Women's African Cup of Nations. That's what it stands for. Since their first qualification at the debut event in 1998, have to be wary of suffering another upset against Cote d'Ivoire. Why? Because this side have troubled the Super Falcons in recent times. And when I say that, it was the same team that denied Nigeria a chance to feature, talking about at the Olympic Games. Well, you already know Nigeria are yet to record an outright win in the last 5 meetings with the Ivorians. And of course, they stopped them from preparing or appearing, I should say, at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games that, of course, Nigeria failed to qualify for. Nigeria's only triumph over the Ivorians in their last 5 ties was through a penalty kick shootout, and that was after Uche Nakanu's late finish cancelled Ange Nguezen's goal in the 2019 WAFCON Cup final in Abidjan. Waldron is, however, unperturbed, saying he's motivated by his team's mood and depth ahead of the 2 games. And I'm asking, now that we know that we definitely have not too good a record against this side called Ivory Coast, even as, of course, Zenit St. Petersburg have pulled one back. We'll be giving you updates, and it's Malcolm, the former Barcelona player. He has made it happen right there. But back to the question, do you think Nigerian fans and fans of the Super Falcons need to be worried ahead of that game tomorrow, Chuma?
Well, the reality is the fact that we have to accept it's not going to be easy, like you said. But should we be worried? No. We're playing the first leg here in Nigeria before we go to Abidjan for the return leg against the Cote d'Ivoire team. And the difference between that experience in 2019 while trying to qualify for the 2020 women's competition for the Olympic Games and now is the fact that there's a bit more stability in the Super Falcons setup over those at this time. Back then, we had Thomas Tenebi as coach of the Super Falcons. He led us to the Women's World Cup in June, July. And then after we got knocked out of that World Cup, he revealed that he didn't have a good relationship with some members of the Nigeria Football Federation until I wouldn't use the word abandoned the team, but we know he left the team kind of. And they were thrown into uncertainty at that moment. Danjuma came through to take charge of the team on temporary basis, and then we played Ivory Coast, and somehow we couldn't beat them in Lagos. We went away and couldn't get the right results, and we got knocked out of the qualifying series for the Olympics. So you look at then the uncertainties then compared to now, where you have a bit more stability around the team, and you're thinking to yourself that there's cause for confidence. And also with the Olympics too, because of how narrow the qualifying race for the Olympics is, it gets very precarious sometimes. We've not qualified for the female football competition in the Olympics from London 2012 to Rio de Janeiro in 2016 to the last one in 2022.
Tokyo.
Exactly, bro. But you just said it's about the African Women's Cup of Nations, WAFCON, as they love to call it. We're the most successful team in this competition. We won it 9 times in the past. We always qualify. So as much as I'm not going to sit down here and sound all too confident because we always qualify, because things will always stop one day, right? But, you know, the fact that these ladies have been camped in Abuja for a while, it was just recently that we saw the star player from Barcelona, Sister Toshola, join them. But before she joined up, we already had some players there. You know, Ngozi Okobi, Tojuwe Oloehi. You know, ladies had already been in Abuja. So they've been in Abuja for over a week camping. There's more of a united setup in that team. And you look at the form of some of these players, whether it's those who are playing in Spain, like Asisat herself, or it's those who have been able to trade their tackles elsewhere in other parts of Europe. And you're quite confident that Nigeria should be able to get the needed result in Abuja. And if I remember right, I know that the junior women's team have played in that stadium, but for any of our senior national teams, since that stadium was renovated, this is the first time a senior national team of Nigeria will be playing there. So that should give them some good omen too in the refurbished MKO Abiola Stadium to get the result here in Nigeria and then go and wrap things up in Cote d'Ivoire. All
right, then, talking about Asisat Oshoala, you made mention of the fact that she plays for Barcelona, and Barcelona have just been breached right now. I can tell you they are losing at the moment Well, it's a sure goal, and VAR checking that goal. I must tell you, the goal now has been confirmed. So it is Barcelona 0, Napoli 1. Elif Elmas is the man who has gotten that goal right there for the Naples side. And it's Barcelona who have been bridged. So the credit will go to Elif Elmas and Barcelona right now in the Europa League conceding Chuma. Oh, wow. I don't know if you saw that coming from Napoli.
Well, again, I spoke about Osimhen having that glorious chance a minute ago. Barca themselves too had tested the Napoli goalkeeper, but it was glaring that it was never going to be the easiest of terrains in the world for them. Sometimes people argue that it's even nice to be knocked out of Europe in its entirety, so you focus on your league and try and get back to the summit of European football. If this were to be Real Madrid, I can imagine. I know last season when Real Madrid started at the points in the group stages, and even this season too, after the first 2 games, people were saying, is there a possibility that we could see these guys, let them follow back to the Europa League, let's see Real Madrid, let's see what it's going to look like for Real Madrid to be there. For Barca, this is uncharted territory, you know, like you said, the last time they were here was 18 years ago. The person who was born the last time they were here is an adult now and can drive a car, really.
I'm telling you.
It's a legal age to even drink alcohol for that matter.
Yeah.
So it's a terrible place to find themselves in. And the worst part is the fact that you're just brought into the competition and you have to face Napoli, who are a very solid bunch themselves too, in the race to win the Italian Serie A title. So it was never going to be the easiest of draws in the world. And for a man, Xavi, I don't know, but most has to go there's still time.
All right, so for Xavi Hernandez, really not the best of times. Remember, Barcelona crashed out of the Champions League in the group stage with just 2 goals scored in 6 matches. And the arrival of Xavi Hernandez not enough to revive their fortunes in a competition they have won 5 times. So meeting with the Napoli side currently fighting for the Serie A title will be worthy of the continent's elite club competition, and indeed the sides met in the last 16 of the Champions League just 2 years ago. What a difference 2 years actually does make. But right now, let's hear from you concerning our Super Falcons. We're getting ready and set for tomorrow. Are you concerned when you look at our Super Falcons, our female national team? Randy Waldrum is the man in charge, and a whole lot of expectations, but against an Ivorian side who, in our last 5 outings, we've not been able to beat them outright. Do you think there should be considerable reason to worry? Yeah, talk to us right now. 0700 993 993 993 for the men. For the ladies, it's 01465 7190. Meanwhile, I can tell you that Dortmund and Rangers are in action, and one man is considerably missing. Leon Aderemi Balogu is his name, a Super Eagles defender. He is not there, and this was confirmed by his manager before the start of this game, talking about Joe van Bronckhorst. He had already stated that he will not be playing. Talking about the manager, the Dutchman Giovanni van Bronckhorst, confirmed Leon Balogu will not play in tonight's first leg of their UEFA Europa League round of 32 fixture against Borussia Dortmund, as he is with an injury after he got that injury in the first half of their 2-0 win over Hibernian on the 9th of this month, being the month of February. But another Nigerian surely is in the starting lineup, Joe Aribo in jersey number 17, right there for Rangers, looking to see what they can do. All right, the phone lines are blazing right now. 0700 993 993 993, the line you can use as a man to call. For the ladies, for the women, it's 01465 7190. Super Falcons time. Are you worried? Hello, good evening.
Hey, sir.
Hi, good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Emmanuel, calling from Makutu.
All right, Emmanuel, talk to us.
I think about the Super Falcons, I think we should be worried. Because they're very, very, very good. I think it's very going to be tough, but I think we're not going to qualify.
You think we're not going to qualify? Why?
Yeah, because those physical teams are very, very, very good. It's
Wow.
not too much good.
Wow.
So I'm going to have a problem now.
I'm a need problem. All right, thank you so much. He says he thinks we will not qualify. And of course, that is kind of scary when you look at it. But again, Zenit St. Petersburg have leveled up against Real Betis. It's now 2-2 after 35 minutes. Artem Zuba was the man who got the first goal for Zenit after they went down 2-0. and now Malcolm with the second one, and so it is now 2-2 in that fixture. Hello, good evening, welcome.
Evening.
Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Kenny. I'm calling from Ejibo.
All right, Kenny, welcome. Let's hear you.
On the Super Cup, I predict 2 goals. 2 goals.
2 goals for Nigeria or for Ivory Coast?
2 goals for Nigeria.
Okay, we're going to beat them 2-0.
Yes, 2 goals. Nigeria is going to beat the 2-0.
All right. Okay, then Nigeria will win by 2-0. Well, for those of you who have access to WhatsApp, join the conversation 080-9597-5805. That remains our WhatsApp line 080-9597-5805. Chuma, why are you laughing? You're giggling. What's going on?
I believe you for this life, because really when you talk, I can imagine how many ladies are tuned to this broadcast now who are not sports fans, but they're like, let me just hear overdose, give me an overdose of quality stuff, Are
you done?
And that's the feeling, man.
Are you done?
Your voice just gives us healing, man. With you, I cannot be staring at the ceiling, man.
Wait, Chuma, you know one thing, because when it comes to washing and setting, Chuma, nobody does it better than you do. You've perfected the art of washing. So when you have done washing me, just hang me where sun is shining so I can dry clean.
They wash people, bro.
I'm telling you.
I said, senior man! Oh, no, just to obtain you. Senior man, after you, now you, hey,
the boss.
So what I've learned now is when you hear me, hey, I greet you, Sammy. I say, I greet you, sir, too.
Yes, sir.
If you want to obtain me, I'll follow up.
Thank you. Always you say senior man, I say me and you who senior. Talk true. Anyways, we're still taking your reactions. And of course, Rangers have gotten a goal right now against Dortmund. It was from the penalty spot. Even as one man is not happy. I'm talking about the manager of Dortmund. Didn't think that should, of course, have warranted a penalty. I'm talking about none other than Marco Rose. But that is the situation right now. Dortmund are trailing, and that penalty was converted by James Tavernier. Right there, putting it into the back of the net and altering the scoreline. So it's Dortmund 0, Rangers 1. That is how it stands. Okay, back to the phone. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. How you doing?
I'm fine.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Kamaruddin from Torodu.
All right, Kamaruddin, welcome.
You see, overdose.
Yes.
When a Nigerian, we are calling for the sack of Aguero, why can't we call for the sack of this man, of this Super Falcons man?
What has he done? Somebody they just employed. You want to sack him again?
No. What is the improvement on him on our Super Falcons squad? No improvement. He should be sacked.
Wow.
We don't.
This is not Thomas Denebio. This is Randy Waldrum.
I know. The one that is coaching in USA, right? The one that is coaching Anderson in USA.
Was former college coach, not the national team coach.
I know. He could have that team in USA. I know him.
Yeah.
I know him.
You know him personally.
I know him. I'm following him on Facebook.
Oh, you're following him on Facebook. Oh, interesting. So that's why you know him. Okay, if you know him, call him and tell him to just step aside now instead of them sacking him. Just call him and tell him, guy, please resign now, please.
He will not answer me.
I thought he was your guy.
You know me. You will not answer me.
Okay.
You not. So over those weekend, we need home-based coach to come and coach everything. We need them home-based coach. Look at the one now. Over those, look at that one that Ahmed Musa helped. What was that man? The one that Ahmed Musa give 2.4 million naira.
Yeah.
We need these people. They are suffering. We are just giving the Oyibo people our money to come and coach. I will not see impact of their work or not. We should give our auditor 96, 94. We should give them work. They should do. They don't have work to do after football. We are in Nigeria.
Are you just giving them work because they're Nigerians or because they can take your football?
Roju shall say, okay, at least let me just give them to help them. Well, of course, I know that is not how it's done. You give people work because they actually warrant to be there. Yeah. Well, Rangers have gotten a second goal, that I should tell you, and it's Alfredo Morelos who has gotten that goal for them. So they now lead Dortmund not by 1 but 2 goals. But hey, hang on there. We'll go for break, about 9 minutes long. When we come back, I'll actually ask Chuma if he feels the home-based indigenous coaches can actually take our national teams back to the glory days. Remember the likes of Ismail Amabo, Josilad, the late Josilad, of course, Joseph Ladipo, and all that. Stay here. We'll be back. football to be exact, because right now it's all about the UEFA, Europa, and Conference League put together. So that is what it is. Meanwhile, you can drop your comments on Facebook. Right now we are live on Facebook and we are dropping them hard. Drop it like it's hard. Drop it like it's hard. Yeah, you already know, don't you? Okay, so talking about the games that are going down, we talked about the fact that it's goals galore, especially in a game involving Betis and Zenit. It's halftime right now, people. It's Zenit St. Petersburg 2, Betis 3. Talking about Real Betis, Sheriff Tiraspol are leading Braga at the moment, 1-0 from the penalty spot, while two well-taken goals from Rangers, James Tavernier and Alfredo Morelos are right there getting the goals in a 2-0 scoreline at the moment. It's halftime also in that fixture. Barcelona are trailing Napoli, and yes, it is 1-0. Almas was the man who actually got it, but they gave the ball or the goal to Pietro Zielinski as he had the final touch. And one fan right now on WhatsApp portal. You can also go to Facebook and drop your comments, but let's go to WhatsApp right now. This one from Christopher talking about the Super Falcons, and he says, overdose, the Super Falcons are winning 2-0. You are doing well. Thank you so much for your message. And of course, bring them on. Nuruddin Oladiro from Ijesha Tedo says, I wish Super Falcons a great result tomorrow. Okay. Barcelona fans should know, yes, they should know that nothing lasts forever except house of perfume, as some people usually say. What is happening to them now is the law of diminishing returns. Chelsea won the Europa League the 2 times they played in that category, so Barcelona have no excuse whatsoever not to win this year's Europa League. Chuma, hope you are with me. That's what he's asking. Chuma, are you with him?
Me? Are you with me?
Are you with me? Are you with me? Yeah, and of course he says they should win. But again, we talked about indigenous coaches just before the break, and one caller was talking about the fact that, we should reckon with our own. It's high time we stop hiring foreign coaches, so to speak. It's high time we stop, going abroad and saying, okay, let's bring a foreign coach to come and manage our teams. Do you look in that perspective? Do you look in that light?
Well, it's sweet hearing him say that, as to, hey, our guys are done with playing football. They don't have what to do. Yeah. Employ our guys and let this money circulate around our stars. It makes sense and sounds very, very intelligent. But again, it's about delivery. It's about the ability to get the best of whoever you hire as a manager. And yeah, we've had some glorious managers. You spoke about Ismail Amabo. Our best ever record in the World Cup till date was in 1999. We got to the quarterfinal stage of that competition. It's not happened after that for Nigeria, and he was a Nigerian coach. Ntero Effium of blessed memory, who used to coach Pelican Stars 3 years back, also had his own fair share of quality with the side too. At under 20 level recently, Edwin Okon took us to the final of the FIFA Women's Under 20 World Cup in 2010. The current coach of Rivers Angels, Edwin. I mixed up the names actually. Edwin Okon, and then there's the other coach.
Danjuma.
No, I'm trying to get the right name. He used to coach Pelican Stars. He's a Calabar-based coach. He led us to the 2010 Africa Women's Cup of Nations. You also
remember Samuel Kodu. At some point in time, he coached the Super Falcons of Nigeria as well. But again, should we just channel our resources to say, okay, these guys understand our national teams and they follow the league as well, so maybe that also could be another angle to look at it from.
Makes sense, which is where I was basically driving at. So we've had these examples, and we still do have the examples. And again, for every time that the national team coach who's foreign has disappeared, Christopher Danjuma has stepped up, or hasn't he, to filling that void, at least until a substantial manager comes in, or substantive manager as the grammar is now, for the side. But where are we today? If we say we want to get a Nigerian coach for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, what are the options? The best coach in the last set of years in our league in female football has been Edwin Okon, the coach of Rivers Angels. He's led them to successes aplenty. He has handled this side. He's taken them to the World Cup before. He's taken the Super Falcons to the World Cup before. Yukiria Uche, who's a former player for Nigeria's Super Falcons, has also taken us. In fact, she had her own fair share of issues when at the point she went to one of those global competitions and said something about about sexuality of the players and lesbianism and all that. And you know, the foreign climb, they don't understand what we understand here. So she faced some backlash when she was. So we've had the creme de la creme of Nigerian coaches for the Super Falcons.
Yeah.
How high a bar have they been able to raise the side to? You know, we've become used to winning the Africa Women's Cup of Nations. Like I said, after 11 editions of this competition since it became official in 1998, we've won it 9 times. You know, so it's like, okay, we'll always win Africa Women's Cup of Nations, but we need a coach to take us to higher pedestals at the global
stage. At the world stage,
exactly, which is why we brought in Thomas Tenebi, but then he couldn't do enough of that. And
in
now
2019,
you know, Wildroom, So let's test Wildroom. If by the time we're done with Wildroom, he puts us in the doldrums of football. Then we can think of Nigerian coaches again.
Then we can roll the drum.
Bro, if you think of Nigerian coach
I
now,
look for a new coach.
It's always going to be Edwin Okon. And Okon has gone there before. He's tested the waters. And has not gone higher. You know, so it's difficult to make a case now as we speak for a Nigerian coach for our female national team. Now,
all right, we have to make a case. Marcos Prosper Lee on Facebook says overdose. Thank you so much. And Prolific Striker also says overdose, my man. Nice job. Thank you. You can go right there on our Facebook page, Nigeria Info 99.3. We're live right now, and we are actually serving you the very best. Well, before we go to our next talking point, let me quickly serve you results of games that went down in the Nigerian Professional Football League. Abia Warriors and Rivers United played a 1-1 draw, and it was an early red card for the man called Valentine Odo. Yeah, he was red carded for Abia Warriors, and they had to play from the 35th minute till the end of that game, a man down. Then it was a very, very well-taken goal from Pius Sampson just before the halftime whistle to put Abia Warriors in front. But then Rivers United came through. Joseph Onoja, the defender, getting a goal to level things up, and that was how it ended. Takana FC lost 1 to Gombe United, and it was Abdul Aziz Yusuf who got the only goal right there for Gombe to put 3 points in the bag for them away from home. Enugu Rangers, they had to depend on a 61st minute strike from Christian Naji to get the win over their opponents. I'm talking about Nasarawa United, while Heartland beat Lobby Stars 1-0, and the goal came courtesy of the man called Egbojo Nandi, midfield player of the Nazi Millionaires. So let's go straight to our next talking point, and that has to do with the man called Lionel Messi. Now, a whole lot of criticism has come the way of Lionel Messi, especially his performances in Paris Saint-Germain colors. And after Tuesday night, a whole lot of people actually came out to state that Lionel Messi has been below par ever since he joined the outfit. So much so that former Monaco player Jerome Rothan says Messi offers PSG absolutely nothing. But one man is not happy about that. I'm talking about the man who had to retire due to heart issues, Sergio Aguero. Remember, he's a good friend of Lionel Messi, and he has lashed out at critics of his old international teammate Messi, calling those who denigrate the PSG forward's performances as, I can't say the word on air, but you know the backside. That's a small opening there where you do your business. He says they are like that area. Let me just leave it at that. Mauricio Pochettino's side beat Real Madrid 1-0 in the Champions League round of 16 first leg meeting. Although Messi came in for criticism, especially after missing a penalty and proving generally ineffective in attack. Aguero has, however, defended Messi and said the French media has it in for the 7-time Ballon d'Or winner. He says, and I quote, Leo played well, he broke lines. I'm not saying that because he's a friend, but because he played hard. And of course, the main talking point from Messi's performance against Real Madrid was that penalty miss. But again, L'Equipe worsened things, scoring Messi 3/10 in the player ratings, while pundits and commentators also put the boot in. And like I said, Jerome Rothan says, as far as PSG are concerned, though, Messi offers the Ligue 1 leaders absolutely nothing. Even Neymar and Mbappe are better right now than Lionel Messi. Chuma, you've been giggling, you've been laughing. I don't know what you think of this. Do you really feel that Lionel Messi deserves the criticisms, or like Aguero said, are they just being too hard on a man who has really, really given everything for football?
Well, that line, absolutely nothing, is why I was giggling, really.
Okay.
Because I was like, Omo, you know, if I was anything at all. But yeah, I'm thinking to myself, even if, let's imagine he didn't offer anything, at least he helps to distract opposition players so that Messi and Neymar can shine. So that Mbappe and Neymar can shine. Because when you have Messi on the field, if I and you were to play against a PSG team, we will always think we need to mark Messi. We need to mark Messi. And in the process, we'll let go, spaces for Neymar and Mbappe to also create something. So that's enough of something to be done by Messi. But having said so, on a more serious note now, it's the way life is. And I've seen several comments on social media in the last 48 hours or so, and I can relate with some of them. Sometimes in life, when you set very high standards, you're judged by those high standards.
Yes, so exactly.
It's happened before in the Premier League. Didier Drogba, I think, or Nicolas Anelka, one of those two guys, have been top scorer in the Premier League in one season with 19 goals. 19, not even 20. Today, if Ronaldo and Messi score 19 goals in a season, we will berate them. We'll castigate them. We'll malign their image. We'll say they are finished. Because we're used to seeing them score 30, 35.
41.
In one calendar year, Messi scored 90-something the other time.
Yeah, 92 goals in a calendar year. The same number of goals as the entire Real Madrid team.
Crazy stuff. So we've seen these unthinkable numbers, and sometimes we think these guys are superhuman. So every time they give us a modest performance, we're like, they're finished. Because, like somebody said, we've begun to judge Ronaldo and Messi with extremes. So we're either saying they're the best or greatest players in the world, or we're saying they're very terrible. There's no middle ground again for Ronaldo and Messi. And pardon me that I brought in Ronaldo into this because you're asking me about Messi.
Yeah.
It's easy to see that it's similar criticism that's gone the way of Ronaldo too. He missed the penalty, Ronaldo, in Middlesbrough's game against Manchester United in the
FA Cup.
And we had lines like this too. He had a terrible game by his high standards that day. And it's
even against Burnley
done. But you know the irony, he's still the top scorer for Manchester United this season. He scored 8 or 9 goals in the league for them. Ronaldo. Lionel Messi is still the top scorer for PSG in the Champions League. He scored 5 goals for them in the Champions League this season. So for all of the talk, yes, you could argue that he missed that penalty, which deserves all of the criticism right now because he's Messi. He should have scored the penalty. But did he have a terrible game? No, he didn't. I'll give him above average in that game. We're used to seeing him orchestrate the magic, and the fact that we saw Mbappe shine brighter than him now makes it look like, why is Messi even in that team?
Yeah.
But check, this guy's what? He was born in 1987, he's 35. Ronaldo is what? He was born in 1985, he's 37. These guys have been giving us hits back to back, as Olamide will say, for 15 years plus now. We don't expect them to live forever, or do we? So I think the earlier we realize that we can appreciate the brilliance and greatness of these guys without discrediting what they have offered football because they're not giving us that team consistency. The earlier we realize that they are not the youngest of stars in the world anymore, the better we understood that this is Mbappe's time to shine. He's in his early 20s. What Messi was doing when Mbappe was what Mbappe is now was even greater. He was already World Footballer of the Year by the time he was Mbappe's age mate. So let's not be in a hurry to want to diminish what these great guys have done for us just because we're not getting that same level of quality as we got from them just about 5 years ago.
All right, so what do you make of Leo Andres Messi? Ever since he joined PSG, criticism, Messi, we thought he would score at least 15 goals by now. Look at what he did for Barcelona. I actually ran into a friend of mine not too long ago and was like, overdose. Don't you think Messi made a mistake? Don't you think he made a mistake going to France? Because he's killed him, bro. He's killed him, bro. I say, is Messi dead? You know what I'm talking about. His game is dead. His game is dead. All right, so talk to us right now. Do you really think Lionel Messi, shot himself in the foot by going to PSG? Has he really underperformed in your books? Do you think he deserves the criticism? I mean, this is a man who played for Barcelona right from when he was little. So you don't expect him, to just hit the ground running. But quite a number of people expect that. And let's hear from you right now. What do you make of Lionel Messi? Criticism fair, or are they just being too harsh on a man who has done so much for the round letter game? So much so that they actually say he's the GOAT, the meh of the game. Right there, yes indeed, the greatest of all time. 0700 993 993 993, and for the ladies, 01-465-7190. There are people that will never find fault in whatever Messi does. If he likes, let him not play well. They will still say, he's a great guy. Hello. All right, no one's there. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening. What's your name?
My name is Michael.
Michael, where are you calling from, Michael? All right, Michael, what say you about Lionel Messi?
I think it's been good. Not so great, but it's been good because also scored some goals. It's not that bad.
So if you had to score him over 10, what would be your scorecard for Messi?
7.
7?
Yes.
Wow, interesting. Okay, so you feel people are just being too hard on Lionel Messi. It's not that bad.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Michael, thank you so much for always coming through. Very young football fan. Right there, Michael. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, dear.
Yes, sir. Good evening to you.
Yes. Good evening, Chuma.
Welcome. Good evening.
Yeah, I do overdose. I have said it all. See, when you set a standard, just like you now, overdose. God forbid, in a competition, in a football game, you run commentary, and your commentary is not as it used to be. We will be looking at it that way now. We say, is this not overdose?
No, this is underdose, underdose.
Underdose, I think understand overdose. For me, I would criticize. Messi is my best player of all time. I would criticize him when he needs to be praised. I will praise him. The fact that he missed a penalty, at that time it was 0-0.
Yes.
PSG leaded that goal. At most, leaded that goal. The fact that he missed that penalty, I would criticize Messi for missing that penalty. But you look at it again, the keeper makes a save. He made a save with that penalty.
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois.
It's not like he threw that penalty away. But the keeper made the save. Also, the credit should also be given to the keeper who was able to save the penalty. But for me personally, Chuma has said it all. The standard this guy has set for themselves. I remember that season Chuma was talking about. It was Aneka that scored 90 goals in a season. And he was the highest goal scorer in Premiership.
Okay.
It was Aneka. So for Messi and Ronaldo to be performing this way, I think we just have to live with it. That
all right.
The head is getting here. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. On Facebook, a whole lot of comments. This one from Praise Farah says, overdose and Chuma. I cite you guys. Well done. All right, thank you so much. Oluwani Femi Jeremiah Mawuton says, overdizzle. Well done. Dortmund and Barcelona are spoiling some people's tickets. Well, you can say that again. Dortmund, of course, are trailing. They've just conceded a third goal, Borussia Dortmund, and it's the former Sheffield United player John Lundstram who has actually gotten that goal and altered the scoreline. So that is what it is.
They're trying to fight back, but right now it's 3-1. Dortmund have just scored their first goal on
okay. Okay, so 3-1 now. Thanks for that one, Chuma. So 3-1, but in favor of the team, as Rangers International, not of Enugu of Scotland. Yes, not Enugu Rangers, but Scottish Rangers. Those are the men doing it. Meanwhile, in the UEFA Europa Conference League, matches are also going down. It's halftime. Fenerbahce are losing to Slavia Prague. That must be mentioned. Midtjylland are beating PAOK of Greece 1-0, and Joel Anderson is the man who has gotten that goal right there for them. Still to come in the UEFA Europa League, you have Atalanta Olympiacos, that's by 9. FC Porto are at home to Lazio, while RB Leipzig take on Real Sociedad, and then Sevilla will battle Dynamo Zagreb. In other results going down as far as the UEFA Europa Conference League is concerned, it's PSV Eindhoven 1, Maccabi Tel Aviv no goal. Cody Gakpo is the man who has gotten that goal right there for the Dutch side, and they lead 1-0. Rapid Vienna are leading Vitesse of Holland, and the goals coming from Marco Gruel and Ferdi Druif. So that is how it is as far as that game is concerned. It's Rapid Vienna who are showing intent. Meanwhile, Leicester City later on by 9. They take on Randers, while Celtic will take on Norwegian side Bodo Glimt. And then you have Marseille battling Karabag. Sparta Prague will take on Partizan Belgrade. And that is in the knockout round of the UEFA Europa Conference League. Let's go to WhatsApp now. Chuma, maybe you could just take 3 comments for me before I go back to the phone lines. Meanwhile, that will be after we go for this short break. Right here, ladies and gentlemen, Lagos will be back. Stay here.